You guys have overcome so much over the past year since I started doing readings. And I feel like you guys, for a time, we're going through Category 5 hurricanes when it comes to emotional upheavals and the results of burned bridges. You guys were in the eye of the storm, and things appeared to have been copacetic for quite some time. But the eye of the storm is the calmest part. And in one aspect, you were hit with the first part of the eye wall. Once you got to the eye of the storm, you thought the worst was over. But then that second part of that eye wall comes rushing in. The good part about you finally being past the eye of the storm is that you've already endured the worst. You've already gone through that second part of that eye wall. And now, the storm has completely passed. Things are starting to become clearer to you. Things are starting to be brighter and more positive. You feel more uplifted and motivated. Your ambitions are starting to be realized once again. For so long, you felt like you weren't able to manifest anything tangible. For so long, you felt as though no matter what you did, you just couldn't seem to reach the top of that mountain. It seems that every time you took 3 steps forward, you took 10 steps back. And now, you're starting to feel the pressure. You're starting to feel tested. In a good way. You've had to jump through hoops in order for you to reach greater heights. You had to go through the storm in order for you to enjoy the sunlight, the birds chirping, butterflies and dragonflies flying around you, cardinals, blue jays, hawks. You're able to enjoy happiness now that you've gone through that hurricane. You are focused, hence why I'm wearing red. You are focused on your root chakra, the root of your relationships. You're starting to focus more on your resources. Your finances, your home. You're focused on stability. Some of you guys could be dealing with a fellow earth sign here who is very abundant in nature. They're very stable, nurturing. And I feel like right now you're focusing on reestablishing lost connections while you're establishing new ones. And you're taking your time this time. You're not trying to force anything. you're moving at your own pace. And slow and steady wins the race. Abundance will be coming to you. Although right now you guys may be hurting a little bit. You may have had to walk away from a relationship. Some of you guys are dealing with divorces. Some of you may be dealing with physical illness within the family. You guys may be having trouble with finances at this time. Or you are coming out of a time where your financial situation looked bleak. But right now you're going through a lot of changes, a lot of challenges. You could even be dealing with conflicts in the workplace, within your family, within your relationships. I even see with the Empress reverse in the recent past, you guys have been feeling like for a long time you haven't been able to materialize your ideas, make your dreams a reality. You feel like you've had a lack of abundance. Some of you guys could be dealing with a third-party situation involving a motherly figure here. So for the women out there who have children, some of you guys could be dealing with another woman involved in a relationship here. And just an overall lack of the ability to manifest abundance. I even see deceptive energy here with what could be a water sign for some of you. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. This is someone who is very well versed in seducing those around them. But they are liars. They are cheaters. This is someone who is very jealous. Someone who is very insecure. This is someone who has multiple women or multiple men in rotation, while leading all of those involved to believe that they're the only ones. But there's a big decision that will be made that will conclude this sort of deception, this third-party situation. If you guys are focused on leaving an old situation, an old work situation for a new one, you're going to have to make a decision. Should you stay where you're at, or should you move on to greener pastures? Major decisions to look forward to this month. At some point, the lies will end up coming out in the wash. And this is going to be when everything gets exposed, when everything is revealed. There's definitely a decision at the forefront here, Virgos, for some of the males out there, even the women out there as well. You guys are really contemplating leaving behind a situation that you've been involved in for quite some time. And you may be still in this old situation while you are pursuing a new situation, a new person, a new workplace. You have one foot in the past and one foot in the future. But there will be a lot of delays in your progress. There's a lot of frustrations circulating around matters of the heart. You guys are very hesitant to make this decision because it will change everything for the majority of you. All of your energy, your efforts, your time, your love will be for naught Because there are a lot of conflicts that you guys are dealing with within a marriage, within your family, within the workplace that will have to push you into something completely unknown. You guys are very hesitant. You guys are very cautious, if anything, overcautious to take that leap of faith. But this is a test of your faith, Virgo. Continue to push forward on this newfound path. Push forward into the unknown. That's where the pot of gold is. There may be a lot of pressure on you creatively because of the delays and pressures that come with being a creator, whether it be art, music, videos, what have you. But there's definitely something that is coming to an end this month. Whether that be a relationship, a workplace situation, a family situation, living situation. Things are starting to come to an end. Old belief systems, old paradigms, old circumstances will all come to a head. The first step, though, is regaining your sense of balance, being able to balance work and play, being able to focus on good time management, organization, getting reorganized. This will help you in pushing forward with creative pursuits, with finding a new job, with finding more opportunities. Organization, time management, and balance. Some of you guys may even make a decision to drop the ball within a relationship. There are definitely some major decisions that will be made this month, that will need to be made this month. Some of you guys are going to be forced to have to walk away from a situation because there's a lack of emotional fulfillment here. There's a lot of unhappiness here. There's going to come a time where you're going to have to part ways, especially within relationships and circumstances where you have no room to move up in life. You have no room to evolve, to grow, to mature. Release yourself from disappointment, from hopelessness and helplessness, from sadness. You're hoping to complete this karmic cycle, but you fear doing so. You're hoping for good fortune, good luck, but your fears may be holding you back a little bit. And the fact that there is still a level of indecision here, it's only hindering your progress. If it's time to let someone go or something go, you need to do it. Because the outcome is going to be this at the end of the day. Money will be looking amazing, Virgo. Opportunities will be flowing to you freely. Your home will be stable. This is what you have to look forward to. You just need to make some major decisions this month. You need to do what's best for you. You need to get out of your comfort zone. You know, I find that the energies that I'm picking up on are very conflicting. They're very contradictory. Because because they're two sides to the same coin. There's definitely some things that you're unable to move on in your life. Some of you guys could be dealing with a Scorpio here. You guys are having a real hard time. Some of you guys may be dealing with an Aquarius. There's just some things that you're unable to let go of, unable to let end, and it's creating a feeling of unrest. There's a lack of faith, some depression lingering here. And I see that you could be holding on to some relationships and to some situations out of fear. You know, there's a lot of deception, lying, cheating, stealing going on. And you're going to have to pull back and go inward. I feel like you guys will end up changing your mind about someone here. You will be able to harvest the fruits of your labor. You guys have been having good luck with money for the most part, but now things are ebbing, and for a time you may have come from the eye of the storm where things were starting to look up and things were starting to get better, but then that second part of that eye wall hit, and now it seems like things have taken a turn for the worst. But it's time to take that leap of faith. Stop holding on to something that proves to be a lost cause. Stop holding on to a house of cards. There's definitely some indecision here. You're fearing the unknown. But the unknown is exactly where the pot of gold is. You can't fear what it is that you desire. Fears will only hold you back. You're not ready to take that leap of faith because you're allowing yourself to psych yourself out. But I see this card here, the Two of Chalices reversed. At first it was upright and then it flipped as I was picking it up. So we're going to look at this in both ways. I do see that you tried to reunite with someone here. This could be in reference to a marriage or an actual committed relationship, but there's going to come a point where it just brings on more frustration than anything else, and it's just best for both parties to part ways. It's time to break up. Some of you guys are dealing with broken contracts. You're leaving a dead-end job for one that pays you a lot more than you expect it to be paid. I even see with the Lovers reverse, some of you guys could be dealing with a Gemini here. You guys were definitely dealing with some third-party situation here. And the person in the middle either decided to choose the third party or neither. Choose neither the old nor the new. And it's because within a marriage, some of you guys are dealing with a lot of arguing. There's a lack of harmony. There's a lack of togetherness, a lack of happiness. And there just comes a time where everybody involved is just going to have to cut their losses in order for them to do better, find better. I do see new opportunities. As long as you continue to work hard, even in the midst of stress and feeling pressured, continue to put that hard work in, because this is going to be the end result. New opportunities, abundance, prosperity, a fresh start. Some of you guys could even be focused on a new relationship. You decide you don't want to reunite with someone from your past. Maybe you decide to go with someone new, and it turns out to be better than what you had left behind. Some of you guys are deciding to put the wands down because you're feeling burdened. There seems to be a lot that you feel you need to get done, and maybe some of you are trying to do all of it in one sitting, and therein lies a source of stress. There needs to be a sense of balance, a sense of time management, proper breaks. There's a lot on your plate currently. And it may even be in reference to putting the wands down within a relationship because it causes more stress than happiness. You're going to have to drop the ball here. You know, it's time to take responsibility for one's actions and to hold everyone else accountable for their actions as well, in order to have balance within your relationships, in order to maintain healthier connections. You're going to end up changing your mind. You're going to end up changing your mind. You may have wanted to push forward with an idea or relationship or, you know, some situation here, but now you know, there's more stress when it comes to your emotions, your relationships, having to leave someone behind. You guys are definitely feeling trapped in some way, feeling stuck, imprisoned in your mind about things. But see, it's better to do than to constantly think about how you're going to do something. That's very draining. You guys will definitely reach a state of clarity here in regards to some sort of relationship, some sort of circumstance where you see the truth. You see that it's toxic and it's time to go. And it's going to be inevitable when this ending comes to pass. It's a good thing. On the surface, it looks like you're losing, but you're not. On the surface, it looks like whatever obstacles and conflicts and struggles that you've been dealing with, it may have looked daunting, but now you realize the lessons behind it all. You've gained a sense of clarity, a sense of wisdom. You can now walk away with a better understanding of not just yourself, but why things turned out the way that they did. But be very wary when it comes to people in the workplace, family members, those offering a relationship or just making an offer in general. There's definitely someone here who is keeping secrets. Listen to your inner voice, especially in reference to the workplace. If there's issues that seem to be constant, there's gossiping, there's just a lot of negative vibes, then it's time to make a major decision to move on. Keep everything to yourself about your plans, about what you're dealing with, and things will go well. But you need to do what you know you need to do. You need to leave behind who you know you need to leave behind. If you've come from a troubled past, it does not mean that that will be your future, but it's all about your mindset. Changing the mind, writing positive affirmations, and reading them daily. Changing bad habits into good habits. Practice makes perfect. For every negative thing that may come to mind, or for every negative thing that may occur in a relationship, you need to replace it with 5 positive things. That will help you to ease the transition from your past to now. It's time to walk away from emotionally unfulfilling relationships. It's time to walk away from your fears. Let's go ahead and get you some advice. I feel like once you guys really get organized and find your sense of balance and you find time to rest in between your time of working hard, you will be able to see the light at the end of the tunnel. You will be able to appreciate having gone through that eye of the storm. Very good energies. You will find abundance, but you just need to leave behind certain karmic relationships. You need to leave behind circumstances that seem comfortable on the surface, but are only holding you back. So we're going to start with the one at the bottom of the deck. This is the threshold card, the solar eclipse, and it is sideways. So we're going to read it upright and reversed. When the shadow of a new moon crosses the terrain of the planet, this is when a solar eclipse is experienced. The solar masculine is aligned and supporting the lunar feminine at this time. The moon is in between the earth and sun in an exact alignment for a portal to open, like the high priestess in tarot standing between the pillars of wisdom and knowledge. The moon becomes the gatekeeper of this threshold. A deep initiation awaits you if you have the courage to walk through. You are in the exact place you need to be right now. There is a new opportunity and a threshold for you to cross. If you cross this threshold, your life as you know it will be over. A new path will begin. You know this deep in the ancient wisdom of you. The divine cosmos, your spirit guides, and the sun and moon support this new vision. Your intentions are magnified during this supercharged new moon. Dive in. Shadow side. You are allowing the fear of the unknown constrain and bind your spirit. You are choosing to see only the darkness in the situation and cannot notice the light shining through. On the other hand, nothing is aligning the way you want it to. Be open and allow your perception to shift. When you shift, the universe will shift with you. I definitely feel like that is very fitting. And you know what? I'm going to read this one too. I see Sagittarius, the Explorer. That sign might be significant for some of you. The Archer is the last fire sign in the zodiac and directs their fiery energy into their personal philosophy. Ruled by Jupiter, this free spirit is a spiritual nomad, always pursuing more knowledge to add to their rucksack. Drifting tendencies may make it hard for the Archer to commit, but once they do, they are loyal, optimistic, and it is always an adventure. Your spirit may be feeling restless, and it's time to shake things up. Explore new avenues, whether it's traveling physically or mentally to new realms. What are you drawn to right now? A certain place? A new philosophy? What does your soul crave? Feed this yearning in your heart with movement, creativity, and new adventures. Shadow side. Do not let restlessness turn into recklessness. When you are bored or stuck in a rut, you are blocking your imagination. Find your muse and inspiration again. Definitely felt like that was for you guys. Okay, the next one that we have is the Waning Crescent, the Rest card. This is also sideways, so a lot of messages for you guys this month. As the moon fades, my body knows best. My energy wanes, and it is time for rest. Energy levels are lower as the moon fades from the sky. It is time to preserve your energy and be more deliberate with your actions if you need to take any. Slow down and tune into your body's needs. Most likely, you will find you need to relax and rest before you make any more plans or decisions. Allowing rest will create more space for extra energy, new opportunities, and connections when the time is right. But first, rest. Unplug from technology an hour before you go to bed. Create a nightly nourishing ritual before you sleep. Be aware of how much sleep you are getting and what you really need. When your body completely rests, it can calibrate more to your soul's purpose to bring more clarity. The waning cycle of the moon can take you deeper into your soul if your body can sink into a deeper, relaxed state of being. Shadow side. Give yourself permission to take a break. Your body has been working overtime, and you may be more susceptible to illness right now. Schedule rest into your calendar. Allow yourself to turn inward instead of seeking external validation. Rest in the knowledge that you are worth this time of relaxation. Okay. The next one we have is Leo, the hero. Leo is the warm, glowing sun of the zodiac. The lion is the king or queen and rather enjoys this role. Ruled by the sun, they can be warm, generous, playful, and loving. They can also be as hot as a raging fire if pushed too far. If the lion can soften egocentric leanings, they will be the champion to their cause and become the triumphant hero they are born to be. Leos are born to shine. You are in a position where it is time for you to invoke the lion or lioness within. Be bold and confident in your actions. A lot of eyes are on you right now, so lead by example. Let the hero within you shine forth and live your legend. You are in the flow of attraction, so choose what you wish to manifest wisely. Shadow side. Do not shirk away from this leadership position you find yourself in. Let Leo instill confidence and empower you to move forward. And the final one is the blood moon. This one is more reversed than it is sideways, but I'm going to go ahead and read both meanings for this one as well. The darker half of the year is approaching with the blood moon on the horizon. Energy turns inward and ebbing is necessary right now. The harvest is now withering and new seeds can be found for the year ahead. The old must die to sustain new life. You are in deep transition right now. Transformation and emergence will be unfolding in your life soon. For now, the spiral of energy is coming back down to Gaia, deep in her soil and into the caverns of the underworld. Death energy is necessary to bring in life energy. Balance can be restored, but allow yourself to rest in this darkness. Retreat in the womb of Gaia to integrate these new changes within your soul. Ancestral connections can emerge so you can heal old wounds and shift the trajectory of your lineage. Shadow side. The only certain thing in life is change. You are resisting the inevitable. Surrender and trust can be one of the hardest lessons to learn, but true freedom can be found in the unknowing. Surrender in this cycle, and you will find peace. Okay? So there you go, Virgo. Guys, let me know in the comments what's been going on with you guys and how this reading was for you. If you're new to my channel, hit that subscribe button as well as that notification bell. And guys, let's see if we can get this video up to 1,000 likes. The sign who reaches 1,000 likes first will be done first. So get in on that. And until next time, you guys, stay blessed, not stressed. Peace and love.